Hey, my name is Laura. I was 22 years old and looked for a good job. There was an ad in the paper. A guy with two young children was said to need a maid. I chose to go to their house because they were a very wealthy family. I was shocked when I got there. It was a big house. I rang the bell. A tall man came in and opened the door. His eyes were sad and tired, and he had dark hair. He didn't look pleased. He asked, "You are here for the maid job?" "Yes, sir," to which I responded. "My name is Laura." He said, "My name is Jackson." He didn't smile. It was Jackson who showed me around the big house. It looked lovely and had nice furniture, but it was very empty. There were lots of pictures of pretty women on the walls. She didn't smile at all. She had a sad face. After that, I met the kids. The twins were 7 years old and were a boy and a girl. Their names were Shane and Zara. They didn't say anything. Jackson checked out the group. "My name is Laura. She is going to be your new maid," he told them. The kids still didn't say anything. It was very quiet in the house. Jackson then said that the mother of the children had died a year before. It became clear to me that this job was more than just cleaning the house and playing games with kids. Adding some joy and light to this dark place was the point. I had to have the money for myself, too. I told Jackson I would work for him. I started my new job as a maid. I lived in a big house in a small room. I did the laundry, made dinner, swept the floors, and watched his kids. Shane and Zara didn't say a word. They didn't say much, and I had never heard them laugh. They really missed their mom. Jackson told me that she died in a car crash a year ago. He didn't talk about it much or let anyone know how he felt. Jackson had a lot going on. He worked in his office most of the time. He ate by himself and didn't say much. I saw a small change in the kids over time, though. Shane and Zara were laughing as they drew a picture together one night. At first, I didn't see Jackson. He was standing still by the door. He just looked at us. His face looked different. He said, "It's been a very long time since they laughed like that." My heart started to beat quickly. For some reason, Jackson had never talked to me about something personal before. A woman came to the house one Tuesday. Her clothes cost a lot. She said, "My name is Caitlin. I am Amelia's sister." Jackson's late wife was named Amelia. Amelia was younger than Caitlin. Caitlin didn't like me. She kept an eye on everything I did at home. She said I was too nice to the kids. She said that they need more than just games and fun. They need rules and strict limits. Caitlin came home late that day and found me by myself in the kitchen. I had the chores done. She was angry and asked, "You think you can just walk in here and take my sister's place?" "No, of course not. I'm just the maid," I said quickly. She laughed. "Let me tell you a secret, little maid," she replied. "It's not a real family that you think you see here. From the start, it was a lie. He was never pleased with my sister. He was a very cold person. He was only interested in work and business trips." Amelia felt very alone in this big, empty house. I was shocked. I wasn't sure what to say. "Don't think you can make him glad," she told him. "He can't love. He is not able to do it. Laura, don't forget that." She turned around and left the kitchen. I was the only one there. It was driving me crazy. The quiet and sad man, the job I had for now seemed like a puzzle. Was he sad that his wife had died, or did he have a cold heart? I thought about whether I had made a mistake by taking this job. Caitlin went to the house a lot. She always tried to make me feel like I wasn't important. I tried to forget about her, but what she said hurt every time. I knew she was ready for me to leave. Caitlin was in the living room with us one afternoon. "Jackson, the kids need a real mother, not just a girl who plays games." She looked at me and said, I felt bad about myself. I wanted to go away. After that, Jackson spoke. "Laura is very good to my children, Caitlin," he replied. "She makes them happy, and that is enough." I was shocked when I looked at him. It wasn't just a boss talking to his maid. My heart beat faster. He wasn't just the sad boss anymore. I wasn't just the maid anymore. There were changes going on between us. She walked out of the room. It was where Jackson and I stayed. "Dear Laura, you are a miracle," Jackson told him. I saw him. He leaned in and kissed me on the lips. It was a gentle kiss. We only looked at each other when he moved back. We both had different feelings. Caitlin came into the house without calling the next morning. "Where is Jackson?" she asked. Jackson just then smiled at me as he left his office. I saw at Caitlin. First she looked at him, then at me. She asked, "What is going on here? What did you do to him?" "Hey, Caitlin, please." Jackson tried to stop her, but she didn't listen and walked over to me. "Little maid, I told you not to do that. You think you can sneak into my sister's house and steal her husband?" I told them that wasn't true. "That's what she said. You're after money. A sad man who is still weeping is being used by you." It broke my heart. It was true, Caitlin. This house used to belong to Amelia. I didn't fit in. I told Jackson, "I'm so sorry. I'm going to pack now." I jumped up. I had tears in my eyes. The door then came open. Doot, doot. And it was Jackson. He seemed stressed. "Lisa, don't pay attention to her," he told her. I did cry. "She's right. This is not right. I'm just the maid." He said, "No, my life before you came was the only thing that was wrong. Take a seat." We lay down on the bed. "Caitlin was right about one thing," he told me, looking into my eyes. "My marriage wasn't good. When she died, Amelia and I were by ourselves. It made me miss the family I never had. The world stopped moving for me, but then you came along and made my life more interesting. You brought me back to life." The kiss wasn't a mistake. It was only wrong of me not to say how I felt. "Laura, I love you more and more. Do not leave. Let's become a real family." It's been 6 months. The house is no longer sad. There is a lot of laughing. Caitlin no longer comes to visit. My old room is now a guest room. Jack and I share the master bedroom. He's not the sad person I met before. His eyes shine with love. Jack holds my hand one day. He asks, "Are you happy, Laura?" I see the man next to me in our house. I think of the 2 kids I love very much. "Yes," I say, "more than I ever hoped or dreamed of." I moved here 6 months ago to look for work as a maid. It won't be long before I marry Jackson. It wasn't easy, but it led me to where I belong. Love can grow in places you wouldn't expect it to. Even the saddest hearts can get better with kindness and time. This story was fun to read. Please like, comment, share, and follow if you did.